Welcome to Wellspace Counseling. My name is Jason Wilkinson, and more than ever, people are dealing with anxiety and stress and frustration and anger, all centered around work. And so it is so hard to be working from home, not having that office space that you go to that tells you that you're at work. And so people are burning out. I want to give you some ideas, 6 tips on things that you can do to help you to avoid work burnout when you are working from home. So tip number 1 is I want you to create a designated workspace. This is the space that you go to when it is time to work, and when you're not working, you leave that space. Even if you live in a small apartment, you can go ahead and you can create a section of the table that is designated just for work, or a corner in a room, a work corner in your room that is just where you go when you are working. So I want that to be a designated workspace. If you have an office or an extra room, great. If you don't, just make a little corner, and that is the place that you go to work. And when you're done working, you leave. Tip number 2 is I want you to set boundaries around your time. When we work from home, there's a lot of blurred lines in terms of when you are on work and when you aren't on work. And when those lines get blurred, it just creates a mishmash, and really you end up working more when you're working from home than you would if you went into an office every day. So having boundaries on your time is really, really important. Tip number 3 is having work or home from work rituals set up. It's really hard. When you were working at an office, you had a commute home where you could decompress and de-stress and everything, and then you get home and you can go on with your life. If you're going from a work space, or you're in a one room, and then you finish up with work and you walk out, you might still be kind of dealing with some of that work adrenaline, some of that work frustration, some of that work anxiety. You don't have time to decompress that before you walk out, you interact with your family or roommates or anything else. So really having some home from work rituals to help you kind of calm down before you walk out could be really, really beneficial. It could be a cup of tea that you drink when you're done from work, and it just helps you settle down. It could be a shower, changing your clothes, a quick meditation before you leave your space, breathing exercises before you leave your space that could help you kind of calm yourself down, lets your body know that you are home and you can make that transition. Tip number 4, I want you to use your weekends. Again, this is tied to having boundaries on your time. A lot of people are working on their weekends now because, again, when you're working from home, there's no defined space or times. So you have to make those definitions. Use the weekends to recover, to recoup, to re-energize, spend time with friends, family, as much as possible and safely. But you want to do things that are not work related. Use your weekends. Tip number 5 is take your vacations. Last year in 2019, it's estimated that 768 million workdays went unused by Americans, and there's not really a reason for that. You want to use your vacations, and even though we may not be traveling as much this year as we have in years past, maybe you don't have those opportunities to travel, you want to use your vacation time, and during your vacation time, you don't want people to be able to contact you on phone or email. Just shut it off, take your vacation time, get your rest. And tip number 6 is I want you to develop a self-care mindset. You really know what it is that you need. Your body will tell you, your emotional state, your stress level will tell you these things. Nobody else is going to be looking out for you. As much as we like to think that our bosses or our jobs will help us manage that, you've got to take care of yourself. So develop the mindset that you are your greatest asset when it comes to work, and you need to take care of that. Hope you find these tips helpful. You can find more by reading the blog at www.wellspacepdx.com/blog.